Top 10 Justin Timberlake red flags we shouldn't have ignored. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Number 10, Britney Spears' pregnancy. As we know, Britney Spears recently released a bombshell memoir coming through with some major allegations against Justin Timberlake. In what is now one of the most talked about parts of the book, Britney spills what is the biggest secret of all. She recalls her days on the Mickey Mouse Club where she met Christina Aguilera, Ryan Gosling, and yes, Justin Timberlake, who she later formed a romantic relationship with. She talked about their first kiss as a Janet Jackson song was playing in the background, and a difficult decision that she had to make in 2000 after learning that she was pregnant. She said, "It was a surprise, but for me it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated." But she said that Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said they weren't ready to have a baby in their lives and that they were way too young. We now understand why sources said that Justin was concerned about her memoir. Britney revealed that if the decision had been left up to her alone, she never would have gone through with it, but she only did it because Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. Looking back at that experience, she said, "To this day, it's one of the most agonizing things she has ever experienced in her life." Number 9, cheating on Jessica Biel. A few years ago, Justin Timberlake and Alicia Wainwright made headlines when they were spotted holding hands during a night out in New Orleans. The two actors were shooting the movie Palmer, which is a drama about an ex-college football star who returns home after being in prison. The co-stars were photographed together getting cozy at a bar in Louisiana, sitting at a table holding hands and talking to one another. The photos showed Justin, who didn't appear to be wearing his wedding ring, holding hands with the actress underneath a table while the two of them were drinking. At one point, Alicia could be seen resting her hand on his knee, and while he was standing up, he put his arms around her waist. The photos caused a huge scandal when they came out because he's been married to Jessica Biel since 2012. Their relationship was really being tested, and Justin had to make a public statement the following month, apologizing for his strong lapse in judgment and claiming that in the photos, nothing happened between him and his co-star. The scandal led to multiple speculations about the nature of Justin's relationship with Jessica, but judging from the photos, it was pretty hard to deny that the two of them hadn't been having some kind of affair, though in Justin's case, it wouldn't be completely out of character. Number 8, the Janet Jackson incident. The infamous wardrobe malfunction that shook the entertainment world happened on stage during the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show, and that happened to none other than Janet Jackson. No one could forget when Janet and Justin performed Rock Your Body. As Justin reached the final note, he pulled off a piece of Janet's costume, which was essentially her bra cup, and she flashed an estimated 143 million viewers. According to Janet's publicist, the moment was only meant to reveal her red bra underneath, but a wardrobe malfunction resulted in the entire thing coming off. Viewers were shocked, Janet's career spiraled, and immediate scandal ensued. Since then, the incident has inspired numerous performances, songs, and TV episodes. In fact, last year, FX and Hulu released a documentary called Malfunction, The Dressing Down of Janet Jackson, which aimed to explore the racial and cultural currents that collided on the Super Bowl stage. Interestingly enough, the stylist who was behind Janet's Super Bowl look, Wayne Scott Lucas, told Page Six that Justin was behind it all because apparently he wanted to upstage Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, who, as we know, kissed at the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards a few months earlier. Now, looking back on that moment, fans feel contempt for the fact that Justin had no problem humiliating one woman to try to get back at another one. Even now, there was very little repercussions for his actions. Number 7, 17 years too late. So it wasn't until 2021, 17 years after the event, that Justin finally went on the record to acknowledge how his past actions hurt Janet Jackson, which, as we know, ended up having catastrophic consequences for her career. In an Instagram post, he wrote, "I've seen the messages, tags, comments, and concerns, and I want to respond. I am deeply sorry for the times in my life where my actions contributed to the problem, where I spoke out of turn or did not speak up for what was right." He went on to say that he understands he fell short in these moments and in many others, and benefited from a system that condones misogyny and racism. Quote, "I specifically specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson both individually, because I care for and respect these women and I know I failed. Finally, Justin said that he felt compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better. He then called it a larger conversation that he wholeheartedly wants to be a part of and grow from. But his apology post didn't come out of nowhere. No, it actually came after the release of the documentary Framing Britney Spears, which sparked conversations about his role in Britney's downfall, like when he claimed that she cheated on him. But most people believe that his apology was too little too late. Number 6. Accusations of cultural appropriation. While accepting a humanitarian award at the 2016 BET Awards, social justice activist and star of Grey's Anatomy Jesse Williams gave a stirring speech about racism and cultural appropriation in entertainment. He spoke about how the intervention of whiteness uses people of color, demeaning their creations and then stealing them, gentrifying their genius and then trying them on like costumes. While millions of people shared and applauded his speech on Twitter, Justin Timberlake also joined in. He tweeted the hashtag inspired and tagged Jesse Williams. And as you could imagine, this didn't sit well with a lot of people. Many claimed that he had been appropriating black culture for years with his music and his public persona, which is true since his music draws heavily from R&B, hip-hop, soul, and funk. And the inspiration behind some of his fashion choices is pretty hard to miss. He was suddenly put on blast by the whole internet, which was hilarious. Journalist Ernest Owens tweeted, "So does this mean you're going to stop appropriating our music and culture and apologize to Janet too?" So in this situation, he really should have known how people feel about cultural appropriation, since the term was becoming more widespread around 2016. Number 5. Tone-deaf response. Unfortunately, Justin Timberlake responded in a rather tone-deaf, condescending and dismissive way. He called Owens a sweet soul and said, "The more you realize that we are the same, the more we can have a conversation. Bye." Owens then wrote a piece for the Daily Beast where she said that his response made it clear that he had no time to engage in a fair conversation about racism in the music industry. In the end, Justin did delete his tweet and fired off a few clarifications, saying that he was responding to one specific tweet that wasn't meant to be a general response, and he also said that we are all one human race. This sparked discussions online about white privilege and how white celebrities can pick and choose elements of other cultures that are beneficial to them while experiencing none of the consequences of being from that culture, like the fact that he completely dodged any repercussions for the Super Bowl incident with Janet Jackson, while she was demonized for it for years. Number 4. Grabbing Kylie Minogue. Justin Timberlake found himself in hot water again as a video of him performing with Kylie Minogue at the 2003 Brit Awards in London recently resurfaced. And with everything that's on the internet, it's no surprise that fans dug up this video once again. In the video, Justin is seen grabbing Kylie's behind while they are performing. According to reports, he had apparently asked her for permission before the performance, but she refused. Later on, he even bragged about representing America to the fullest by, quote, copping a feel. So that is exactly the kind of person that Justin is. He has a history of harming women, and this is all a part of it. You might think this wasn't a really big deal, but the fact that Kylie refused and he still went ahead and did it mid-performance is a huge indicator of his entitlement. And this is hardly the first time he's been embroiled in a controversy involving a female pop star. In recent years, the once seemingly untouchable president of pop has been going through a major reckoning. He's been the subject of many think pieces about double standards that women face in the industry. So it makes sense that people are now looking back on his other controversial moments and talking about his red flags. Number 3. Crimea River music video. We all know that Justin wrote the 2002 hit song Crimea River about his relationship with Britney. The lyrics paint a picture of a relationship that gets ruined because the girl cheats, and to get even, the guy makes sure that she finds out that he's moved on with his life. The girl then gets upset and cries a river because she realized that she screwed up and lost him forever. The track was written and recorded after a heated phone conversation between Justin and Britney, where she allegedly broke up with him. Justin said that it only took him 2 hours to write the song. In the video, he uses a camera to record him sleeping with another girl. When his girlfriend comes back in, he sets up the camera so she will find the tape. The actress in the video looks almost identical to Britney Spears, and of course that was intentional. The former couple dated for 2.5 years before they broke up in 2002. He publicly claimed that she cheated on him with her choreographer Wade Robson. She eventually hit back at his allegations in 2003 and revealed that Justin was the only guy that she'd ever been with. Now, with the release of the 2021 documentary Framing Britney Spears, the song has been criticized for its misogynistic undertones. Number 2, embarrassing Britney. As we know, Justin and Britney were considered the it couple as soon as they got together. She was just 19 years old and under immense pressure to maintain a public image that was both sexy and innocent. And this was very difficult when every single TV and radio interviewer was constantly asking if she and Justin were sexually active. At one point, Britney addressed the speculation and said, "The virginity issue, it's a personal decision and it reflects how I feel right now about myself. There are so many emotions involved that I would like to be able to wait until I know I'm with the right person and I'm married." But for his part, Justin obviously didn't feel like he had as much at stake, and he revealed that they had in fact been intimate. During a conversation with Hot 97, Justin was asked if they've ever done the deed, to which he says, "I did it, I'm dirty, I'm in so much trouble, man, I'm going to get calls from my mother." Britney addressed his confession years later, saying, "It was 2 years into my relationship with Justin, and I thought he was the one, but I was wrong. I didn't think he was gonna go on Barbara Walters and sell me out." Years later, the Framing Britney documentary was released, and it revealed how he used the breakup to boost his career. As a result, he immediately found himself at the receiving end of a ton of backlash over his past treatment of her. And coming in at number 1, hypocrisy. Aside from all his other issues, and there is a lot, Justin Timberlake has also been called out for being a hypocrite, like when he wore a Time's Up pin to the 2018 Golden Globes, despite the fact that he worked with Woody Allen in the past. While he claims to be a feminist now, it is difficult to forget that Barbara Walters interview that basically ruined Britney Spears' career. The insinuation that she cheated on him was something that Justin kept playing along with in order to further his own career. During the interview, Barbara asked him whether or not there was an incident where Britney did something very bad to hurt him, and he responded vaguely by saying, "We're not perfect, I don't judge anybody," but he was acting this way because he was trying to preserve his golden boy image. Meanwhile, his music was a different story. He continually brought up these cheating allegations in his songs, like when he took to the piano to perform an unreleased track called Horrible Woman, and the lyrics were, "So you've had your chance to be my lover and there's really something more undercover." And later on in the interview, when Barbara Walters prodded him about whether the former couple lived up to Britney's desire to wait until marriage, he just laughed and with a smile he said, "Sure." So he knew exactly what he was doing the whole time. What do you guys think about this video? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.